All right, what is good, my peoples? How are you? Hope you had an awesome Saturday. I did, and now I want to share with you the 5 uncomfortable truths about working in commercial real estate. Now, if you're like me, you're working in commercial real estate as an agent. Some of these might resonate. You might have experienced some of these, and you could probably relate to what I'm about to talk about. But these are the 5 things that you want to hear about in real estate school. You probably won't hear about from when you talk to other real estate agents about what it's like to work in commercial real estate. But these are 5 things you're going to find out quickly. Maybe within a year, first year of working, second year, third year. But eventually you'll be experiencing these things. And you better be prepared for it, right? If you know what's coming, if you know what's coming down the pike, and you're prepared for it, then it's not going to be a big thing. So that's my whole point in sharing with you these 5 uncomfortable truths about working in commercial real estate. So let's get into it now. Number 1, you won't make any money at first, so you should get a part-time job. That's just a realization. Commercial deals, as we all know, take longer to close, and the sell cycle is just much more extended than a residential sale. It's not every day that someone's buying that office or buying that retail strip center or purchasing that land, leasing out that office space, leasing out that restaurant space, buying that multifamily apartment building. It's just not every day that that's happening, which is why you will build up an extensive pipeline of all these various properties for sale or lease. And then as you build up more of your pipeline, then obviously through sheer strength of numbers, you'll be closing more and more deals on the regular. So until you get to that point, the bills will keep on coming in, right? You won't get paid maybe within the first year unless you get a couple of quick lease deals going or, something like that. But you might as well get a part-time job. So I recommend a job, obviously, that you're working nights, you're working weekends, and it's related to real estate. So maybe you're a bartender or you're working in a retail store as a salesperson. Or my personal favorite method of having an additional income working in commercial real estate, especially as you're ramping up your business, is having an online business. An online business you can just run part-time from your smartphone to earn an additional income, even when you're sleeping or away on vacation or working in commercial real estate. You'll have your online business that's generating income for you as you're building up your commercial real estate business. So if you're interested in an online business, you can get one for free. I'll leave the link for that in the description below. It's just a free online business you can have for yourself as you're building up your commercial real estate business as well. Okay, number 2 is you will get screwed over either by clients or other agents or just people in general, right? It's just a fact of life. You can have to deal with it. What do I mean by screwed over? Well, people will be maybe less than forthright, less than truthful with you. Maybe promise you one thing, but then actually deliver something else that you weren't expecting, that you actually didn't want at all. You thought that they would deliver what they said they would deliver, but they didn't. You know where I'm going with all this, but it's going to happen in business, in life. Obviously, I'm sure it won't be the first time, won't be the last time that someone that you trusted will either try to take advantage of your generosity, try to take advantage of your situation, of your level of understanding of the business, and try to pull a fast one. So what can you do to prevent that? Well, you're helping yourself already. You're watching these videos, right? You're learning what it takes to be successful in commercial real estate. As I'm learning what it takes to be successful in commercial real estate, I'm sharing it with you, and then you in turn are learning what it takes to be successful in commercial real estate faster, easier, using less of your own income and then using more of the income you're actually generating from commercial real estate. That's how you will prevent yourself from getting screwed over, by just building up your own knowledge, by just having so many deals in the works that, hey, if something goes south, it's not a big deal. You got 10 other things in the hopper that are going to be closing soon, right? Or you have that additional income coming in from the online biz. So you're all good. Okay, moving on. Number 3, more deals will fall apart than close. That's just a factor of business. There will be situations where you think a potential slam dunk of a commercial deal will close, no problems. But then at the last minute, something might happen, possibly a death. It's happened to me a couple of times, obviously, where maybe a client that I was working with, helping them find a property, well, guess what? It was their time to ascend to that next dimension, if you know what I mean. It was their time to leave this earthly realm. even though we had some commercial real estate business to transact. That's just the breaks. So if you are prepared for something like that, and other times where maybe financing doesn't follow through, or zoning doesn't allow for certain things, or maybe the landlord just doesn't want to lease out to a certain type of business, deals will fall apart. So you just got to deal with that. The best way to get past the whole deals falling apart is to have more deals that won't fall apart, if that makes any sense. Just get your volume up. You'll be having all these listings going on. And, the best way to get bounce back from a deal that goes south is to have another deal that's going to close, right? What do you want me to say? That's just the breaks. Next, number 4, you will want to quit multiple times. You'll just be like, screw this, I'm out of here. I can't take this. I can't believe I'm not getting paid, and all this is happening to me, right? And if you let that negative mindset continue, and in your mind's eye, you can't see yourself being successful. You can't see yourself helping your community. You can't see yourself creating more jobs and more opportunities, and working with more business owners to expand into new locations, and helping to generate more tax revenue for reinvestment back into your community for improvement of the infrastructure. If you can't see yourself doing any of that stuff with your words, with your actions, with your network, with your relationships, with your energy, with your knowledge, if you can't see yourself doing that, well, guess what? It's not going to happen, right? You're not going to align with that timeline of reality. But if you can see yourself doing all those things, right? You can see yourself being successful in commercial real estate because you're watching these videos, you're doing the work, you are learning from all your failures and turning those failures into opportunities for greater mastery. If you're doing those things, then the whole wanting to quit thing, not going to be a thing. But especially early on, as deals fall apart, or you're just getting frustrated with how things are going because you are in the learning process, right? And in order to learn what to do and how to do this business, best way to learn is by making mistakes and then coming up with the solutions to those mistakes. Until then, never quit. That's just the key to the solution to the whole wanting to quit, is just to never do it. And moving on, number 5, the number 5 uncomfortable truth about working in commercial real estate. It's not a solo business, meaning you got to team up. You can't do this alone. Any sort of listing, especially on the listing side, it helps to have at least one other member of your commercial real estate brokerage on that listing with you, especially early on as you're learning how to transact commercial real estate business. If you've never closed a commercial real estate deal, doesn't it make sense to have someone else alongside you making sure that you're doing all the right things and that that deal closes as it should? Right. So what you want to be doing is you want to be looking to partner up with either one or two or however many agents you want on all your listings, on your various deals that you're doing. You can even partner up with them as a buyer's agent or tenant representation team to help people lease out space. Whatever. You'll be building up your pipeline. You'll have so many listings, and then you'll be partnered up with other agents, and then everybody will be making money together and learning and growing and becoming more successful together. That the thought of just trying to do all this work by yourself, trying to grow this business by yourself, with no network, with no team, with no support, with no guidance, with no mentorship, it's kind of unrealistic. So you might as well squat up and build your own commercial real estate team. It's much more fun and much more lucrative doing it that way. Anyway, that's everything I wanted to share with you. Those are the 5 uncomfortable truths about working in commercial real estate. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and download your free real estate investing audiobook. So what is this? This is a real estate investing audiobook. It's about 8 minutes long, 8.5 minutes long, where you listen to it from beginning to end several times per day, perhaps as you're waking up in the morning, as you're driving to work, maybe when you have your first coffee break from work, on your lunch break, as you're driving home from work, at the gym, as you're falling asleep. You want to listen to this recording over and over again. And so what's going to happen? Eventually, over time, it's going to actually program your subconscious mind, because you're listening to this this audiobook over and over again on how to be a successful real estate investor, how to avoid costly, deadly mistakes you don't want to make as a real estate investor, and what are some of the things that you can do to increase your income, become more successful, find more good real estate investment deals. As you listen to this audio over and over again, you'll actually be taking those steps to do those things, right? And so that's what this audiobook is here to do. It's why I made it for you. It's why I want to just everyone in the world to just download this audiobook and listen to it as many times as possible in order to let all this information sink in. All this information that I learned working with other real estate investors who were buying all sorts of properties, earning all sorts of awesome incomes, and building up their communities, creating more affordable housing, creating more jobs, creating more just beneficial things for more people worldwide by being real estate investors. If they can do it, I know that you can do it. And that's why I recorded this audiobook for you to listen to over and over again and to program your subconscious mind to become a successful real estate investor. That's what you really want, isn't it? Go ahead and download your real estate investing audiobook in the description. The link is in the description below. It's at jameskkim, commercialrealestate.info. Thanks a lot for checking us out. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.